Woo, go Miss R. Love you. Go Miss R.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Roniger and I am a second year third grade teacher, and this is the holiday special. I hope you are excited to finally be done. You are halfway done. You are so close to being done with the first half of the year. We have another 5 months, so don't get too excited. But with that being said, the holidays are here, as you can tell, and with that come the time when the kids are really not wanting to do anything. And they're just sitting there and they're just wanting some excitement, some entertainment, some pizzazz. Well, I have the pizzazz for you. This mic doesn't work and I thought this would be a fun way to tell you what I did. So, hope you enjoy. So what my kids did this week was Christmas around the world, to where we went to about 5 different countries, or we're going to be going to about 5 different countries, maybe 6. And we're going to learn about their culture, their tradition, and how they celebrate the holidays. Now, I didn't make this up by myself. I found this source from Teachers Pay Teachers. They are a lifesaver. Without them, I don't know what I would do. But this resource was from Teaching with a Mountain View. So I will put this link down below. I can't really share with you because obviously it's not mine. But I do want you to use this because it is amazing and it is a great resource. And I am very, 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 very grateful that I had this with me. So if you're someone who needs it quick and easy, Teachers Pay Teachers is the best place to go, and this resource itself is amazing, so I highly, highly recommend it. Now you're probably wondering, well, what does it all entail? Well, this resource has, like I said, about 6 different traditions, countries, and all that stuff within it, but the whole gimmick is pen pals. So you are having one student or one child from one country telling another person from another country how they celebrate Christmas or even the New Year's in their area. And I thought this was really cool because this is how you get the kids really involved. You can make different voices depending on who you're reading from. So if like it's a guy, you have a deep voice like this and you're just reading, and sometimes the people get really confused when you're starting to talk like this because you're a girl and you're not supposed to talk like this. And then if you have another girl, you can change your voice up. You can be like a preppy little girl, or you can just be like your normal little self and all that stuff. So the kids really enjoyed that, and I promise you it will be a hit. But it's pen pals, and they talk to one another, telling each other this is what's happening here and this is what's happening there. And also added to it, there are different little tidbit of information. So like in Sweden, it talked about the Yule goat, and it talked about gnomes and their mischievousness. And then in Japan, it talks about the Chinese New Year, not Chinese New Year. It talks about New Year's, and it talks about the shrines that they go to and the good luck charms that they have there also. And the kids really, really look forward to this. And like today, they even asked me like, oh, where are we going today? And like them being excited really gets me going. And that's what makes my heart so happy. So again, this resource, top notch. With this resource though, also, not just the paper itself and the stories, it also has their own worksheets, and their worksheets are pretty well, and it really, if you really want to incorporate a lot more of learning, they have great resources for that too. They have worksheets dealing with different cultures and comparing the two, and even if you have words that you don't understand or want to learn more about, they have that as well. So again, when I say I highly recommend this resource, I highly recommend this resource. Also, going along with all this, I am an extra person, and I like to find videos on YouTube that go along with what we are learning. So down below also, I'm going to have a YouTube playlist of the videos that I showed my students. So we talked about Sweden, we talked about the Netherlands, we talked about Japan, China, Germany, Iceland, and then on the last day they're going to explore on their own. But I will have different videos correlating to the different countries that we are already visiting. So if this is something you're very interested in, down below I will have a whole playlist ready for you, and I hope it helps you because again, some kids like watching visually watching stuff, and then some people just like to read. So it kind of fits for both people. So my kids really enjoyed it, so I hope your kids do. I'm just getting in a word from a sponsor. I guess we have a sponsor read, I guess. Show clip.
I can't believe that my kids have the audacity to say that they're bored when they're hanging out with me.
Welcome to my world.
I mean, I'm fun.
Thank you, sponsor. We appreciate you being here. Now, I didn't move. You're seeing things. But something that really is important while doing this is to have discussion questions. Really get your kids involved and really talking about what's going on in our story. So a few questions that my kids, I stopped and asked them about was the mention of gnomes. Now, if you obviously read this, you know that gnomes are in the story in Sweden, and my kids were comparing the gnomes from Elf on the Shelf for us. So then having that correlation from one country to another, that we have similarities yet we are different, really blew them away. Also that in the Netherlands and in Sweden, they give Santa coffee. My kids were like, what? So these are some really good thinking questions. Now these ones are pretty easy, but you can also go back and reread this before you even teach it and get some like higher order thinking questions and to really like pick their brains on what they're understanding. I think that is probably my favorite part too, is to have them ask questions. Like if they don't understand something, have them ask and just be like, there's no right or wrong answers. I know personally my kids are struggling with getting to speak out and actually say something because they're afraid that they might be wrong or they might be judged or whatever, but like this is a great time to tell them that no matter what, this is a good time to ask because you are learning together as a team. And I really, really enjoy it. Oh, I'm just getting in that Miss Roniger is ready for us. Not me, another Miss Roniger. There, she is ready for us to talk about something special. So Miss Roniger, how you doing? How you doing, girly? Oh, yes. Hello, Miss Roniger. Again, not me. Hope you're having a good one. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Now, activities. This is something that I pride myself with so much is I love to be creative. I love to get the kids to be more hands-on. So this is my area. If you're not someone who's a crafter, then you can just skip through. But if you're a crafter like me, stay tuned because the kids really enjoyed this. So on the different holidays or the different countries that celebrate the holiday differently, it's been a long day, bear with me. We did different activities to go along with that, or crafts, I mean. So from when we learned about Sweden, we talked about the gnomes and how earlier, Miss Roniger mentioned earlier that the gnomes are kind of like Elf on the Shelf. So kids made elves, and with those elves, they placed them all over the school to be a little mischievous. And we made it a game to where different teachers, paras, and even students had to find them and take a picture with them and send them to me. And we will just be happy about it. We'll be like, oh my gosh, they found our gnome. So, and I already have one para who did it, and I'm very happy. Thank you for doing that. She watches. But it just makes it more fun, and it's like, oh, where'd the gnome go? Where'd they hide the gnome? And it's just something that really brings the whole school together and as a community, and I absolutely loved it. Another project we did is the Yule Goat, which is again in Sweden. What we did is we got some pipe cleaners. Go to the Dollar Tree. It's cheaper that way. But we got pipe cleaners and we made little goats, and with those little goats, the kids made little goats. It's easier than that. It was hard, but it was fun to see their creativity on how to make the little goats. I will put some pictures here and there to kind of show you what's going on, but it was really, really fun for me. I thought it was really, really cool. For China and Japan, we actually did a little dessert also. For, I think it's Japan or China, either or. They celebrate Christmas by having a Christmas cake, which is kind of like our strawberry shortcake. So I myself went out and got some little vanilla cake and some whipped cream. I didn't put strawberries because I'm not a strawberry person, but I did that and I gave it to them and I explained why we're doing this and everything. And then we also got to make little paper airplanes, little paper lanterns that are above in my room right now. And I, again, will show pictures and videos as I'm talking, but it was really fun. And with those little lanterns, they put little jokes because in Japan or China, they have little jokes or riddles with them. So my kids were really excited to go around and read each other's riddles or jokes that they wrote down. And then tomorrow we are going to be learning about Germany and the Netherlands. And then on Thursday, they're going to do their own thing. But tomorrow we are going to make something called the Yule Cat. It is a cat that's kind of like wonders and makes sure that everyone does what they're supposed to do. So we're going to be making a cat and doing that and just doing some more festive things. But again, this was probably my favorite activity I've done so far. So again, highly recommend you do this too. And if you do any of the crafts that I've told you right now, please tell me. I want to know. I want to see. You can follow me on TikTok and you can tell me there, or you can simply just contact me and tell me. I really am engaged to see what other people do like this. It just makes my heart so happy. But yeah, that's all I have, Miss Roniger. Again, not me. Sending it back to you. Thank you, Miss Roniger. Again, not me. Thank you for sharing those awesome activities, and watching what those kids were doing was amazing. You can really see that they put a lot of time and detail into their craft, and that, as a teacher, makes me so happy. But that is the end of the video. That is what we did. We did holidays around the world. Again, if you do something like this or similar, please tell me on TikTok. Please tell me, however, even in the comments down below, if you've done something like this before, because again, I absolutely loved it. My kids love it, and it just makes my heart so happy to know that everyone loves it, and it's just, we're doing so well. But with that, I hope you have an amazing Christmas break. You deserve this long break. Make sure to treat yourself, to really relax and rest, and know that you don't need to worry about anything until the next year. So with that, I hope you have a good one, and I will see you next year. Bye.
Hey, what is up, my guy?